Hey guys, before we get into today's video, I wanted to give a special thanks and shout out to the members of our channel. Our members are Hayden Yao, Frankie Superdude, Magnus Nelson, ABT, Gatasushia, Jfish, Kirsch My Dreams, Jimmy C, Firedog Entertainment, Mikey, Adrian Pedraza, Kyle, St. Louis Cardinals 1984, Rude Boy, The Boys of Summer, and Geoffrey Iverson. Special thanks to all the members of our channel for supporting it, and today we'll be showcasing another one of our members' team. This belongs to St. Louis Cardinals 1984. This team, that is, belongs to St. Louis Cardinals 1984. Beautiful and very well put together St. Louis Cardinals team, if I do say so myself. 131.3 overall, the highest overall team we've reviewed of any of our members yet. And in this review, guys, I am probably not going to be doing a lot of critiquing unless there is stuff that needs to be critiqued, but I'm assuming that St. Louis Cardinals 1984 has his stuff together and he has built a god squad of a team. His whole bench is full of SIGs and has a legend. I'm assuming he has batter's chemistry on that legend, but let's get a look at the batting order first. And batting first, he has a Reggie Smith's 1974. Beautiful train. I'm just going to spend time admiring all these cards, I hope. 10 to the right side, hard train to get, excellent job getting it. 19 to power, 13 to eye, and 15 to contact. Got +3 on the contact there and took away from speed. I'm assuming that's for contact master. No, it's for bad ball hitter. Either way, still a really good skill and a good base stat adjust, and it's a higher level skill set. Could be a little higher. That's the really only critique on this card, and he doesn't have a diamond trainer, which is not always easy to get. So beautiful Reggie Smith. The skill set is on point with bad ball hitter, 5-tool, and spotlight. Yeah, the only thing is really getting higher levels and getting that diamond trainer on him. Second in the lineup, we have a Tommy Edman from 2022, shortstop and second base option. He is playing shortstop, which is nice. 17 to the right side, a little bit higher on the speed there, but I do believe you would have a reason for that. Diamond trainer with power hitter, nice. You did increase power and take away from fielding. Fielding is important for a shortstop, but with the SIG bonus and with the high right side train, he does get 134 fielding, which is perfectly fine. Special training lines up to the power, eye, and the contact. Batter's insight, slugger instinct, and barrel it up. Interesting decision to go with batter's insight here. Barrel it up is totally making sense since he has high speed and high contact and in the base stats and the train, but it is a lower level skill set. I would recommend probably getting a higher level skill set than this and something other than batter's insight, but I know batter's insight can work in decent situations at a reasonable time, but it's not the greatest skill to have. Other than that though, diamond trainer is great. Skilling is almost there, just would be better if it were a skill set that was better, and then the train fits the skill set for now, so you know what to do, bro. I'll let you handle Edman as you please. Third in the lineup is a retired Albert Pujols card with his core player animation on the card art, which is, we haven't seen a card art yet on any of our members teams. This is the first one, and Pujols, since he's out of the game, you wouldn't see his card art if you didn't have the core player animation. This is a beautiful picture of Albert Pujols, and it's not his best year, unfortunately, but all of Pujols' years are 72 base and above, I'm pretty sure. This one was 1 year more than his prime year, and I think he had a second prime year. Actually, he had a prime year in 06 and in 09. This one is actually one of the SIGs that got added into the game right before he retired. Anyway, I'm kind of rambling. This is a good train here. A little bit high to the right side, higher fielding. He is a first baseman. First basemen do need decent fielding, and if you do have ground baller, it is actually good to get high fielding on your players in the batting order and especially in the infield. So I would assume with some higher fielding trains you would have ground baller on some of your starting pitchers, but we'll get to them in a second. Base stat adjust, you went for higher eye, which is really good since it's above 80 now, and the speed really doesn't make much sense on Pujols since he is a first baseman and doesn't have high speed anyways. Special training lines up to the left side again. Pioneer batting machine and slugger instinct. That slugger instinct doesn't get tarnished by having more than 20 power above contact and eye, so that works amazingly, I assume. And the skill set is just a little bit low levels. It is Pioneer, which is really good, but it is a 3-3-1, or sorry, a 3-2-1 skill set rather than a 3-3-2 or a 3-3-3 or even a 3-3-1, which would be a little better. So Edman and Pujols, I'd say, would need higher skill levels for their skill sets, but diamond trainers, trains, everything is spot on so far. Fourth in the order, actually he's your DH, so fielding really doesn't make much of an impact, so I take that back on the fielding with him. I would train him for less fielding personally, but other than that, great card. Jim Edmonds 04 right here, one of the better St. Louis Cardinals cards as well. That's going to be a tongue twister. St. Louis Cardinals cards. Looks like he went for a high fielding train. He is your center fielder, so higher fielding on a center fielder is actually good to get. A little bit lower on the speed, not terrible. And then you have 14 to power, 14 to eye, and 13 to contact. Special training again lines up all with the left side, which is great. Born to be a star, batting machine, spotlight. Now this is a high level set, and this is a great skill set there. I would definitely keep batting machine shorted since it is a average third skill. It's honestly borderline not usable as a gold skill in my opinion, but I know some situations some players like to use batting machine. I don't know how well it does. Me personally though, I haven't had good experiences with it. Home run hitter, gold trainer right there. This Edmonds is spot on. I would train personally for higher left side, and it's hard to debate that because he is a center fielder. He does need fielding, and his fielding is a little bit low, and you took away from speed and went to fielding. Let me know what your idea with that is, but other than adjusting the train slightly, the skill set's amazing. Jim Edmonds, Black Diamond, fully maxed out, great center fielder overall. Fifth in the lineup, Nolan Arenado, 21. Believe this is his best year with the Cardinals as a signature. 12 to the right side is stupendous. 120 fielding for a third baseman, should do just fine. You took away from speed again. Great job taking away from speed, by the way. Speed is, unless you have Barrel It Up or a very high speed card, you're not really going to have or want speed on any of your cards other than a leadoff man or someone with speed-oriented skills. 16 to power, 15 to eye, and 14 to contact here. And then for the skill set, strength and strength, charisma, bad ball hitter. This could be improved upon like with Pujols and Edman with the levels, and strength and strength's not as great on a righty, but this is a good skill set either way. Bad ball hitter's endgame, charisma is great, it is an S tier skill, and then the trainer or the special trainer right here, a home run hitter, great to have on any card. Just the skill levels again on this card could be better, but other than that, train's amazing. Trainers look great with contact, eye, and power, and some to fielding since he is a third baseman, or none to power actually, since you do have the base stat adjust, it makes sense. But another stupendous card in your lineup here. Sixth is a Goldschmidt 21. This is not MVP Goldschmidt. I don't know how much better his MVP year is, but I know that it is slightly better. The 21 though, still an amazing card. 12 to the right side, 16 eye, 12 power, and 17 to contact. So it goes actually contact 1, eye 2, and then power 3. Let's see what his skills are. Born to be a star, barreled up, and slugger instinct. A little bit lower again on the levels, but still a good skill set. Slugger instinct, it will definitely hit that since power is actually less than contact. So slugger instinct has its max effect on him at the current moment. He also has home run hitter, a lot of home run hitter special trainers, by the way, which is pretty impressive. I have struggles trying to get the same special trainers, and I always end up getting like elite fielding. So home run hitter, good job at getting those. Seventh in your lineup is Tommy Pham from 2017. Not sure if he's going to be in the game much longer. I know he's playing on a team. I forget which one it is, though. I think it's the Pirates. But 14 to the right side train. He is an outfielder, so he could use a little bit higher fielding, which is nice. So at 121, you went 18 to power, 14 to contact, and 11 to eye. And then looking at the skill set here, Pioneer, batting machine, and strength and the strength. Strength and the strength at level 8 for a right-handed hitter. I'd see it working okay, but since he is a righty and he's not going to be facing a lot of lefties, there are more righties in the game than lefties for pitching, I would definitely use some greens on this down the line and try to look for charisma, spotlight, barrel it up, any of those. That's my personal preference though. Other than that, he's an amazing and outstanding card. And the special trainer, again, home run hitter. Good job at getting that one. A retired card here, batting in the 8th spot, Colton Wong 2019, 16 to the right side. He's a second baseman. He's actually a Hawaiian native. I'm from Hawaii, if you didn't know, so I really do like to see Colton Wong. Unfortunately, he's not in the league anymore, but great skill, actually not great skills, but good skills on him. Pioneer and spotlight, again, low levels with the skill set. Just that 1 or 2 levels higher would make this so much better. And then the skill or special trainer here is table center masterclass. He unfortunately doesn't hit the position options for his position. It is the right position, he just doesn't hit them, and it's because you have a base stat adjust to power for Pioneer and getting that power higher. Honestly, I would go for the base stat adjust to try and hit those position options and get at least the speed to 70. You could get the field to 74. It would honestly be easier to get the fielding to 74, so I don't know. I personally think you should do that, but work with what you want. If you want more power and you want him to hit more home runs, so be it. I don't think it's going to help as much, but I would personally just go for the position option bonuses so he doesn't hit as many ground balls. But great card either way. Special training lines up to the left side. Awesome sauce right here. And batting ninth in the lineup, another signature. And to round us off, we have Tim McCarver, 67. High fielding on the train, which is what I like to see. And you took away from I and went to fielding. Ideally, you want to take away from speed, but it'll work since I is a higher base stat, and it's still above 70. 15 to power, 12 to contact, and 14 to that fielding, like I already mentioned. Pioneer, batting machine, and spotlight. With a catcher, you do want to get laser beam, and either way, so you're going to really have to just sacrifice the catcher's hitting ability with the skills as far as that third skill, because laser beam is a must-have. To have an effective catcher that's going to throw out base runners, and it really helps your fielding in general for the whole team. So having high fielding on the train is great. Just getting that laser beam skill would be the cherry on top of the cake for this card. Other than that, though, these are great hitting skills. Just with his lower hitting stats, it's not going to perform well already. So I would search for a laser beam skill set, and I would roll green tickets on Pioneer rather than blue tickets, because greens are much more common to come by and blue tickets are harder to come by. But great starting nine right there. Let's look at the bench just to view these cards. You have Jim Rice, 1978 right here with Pioneer Slugger and going for the first pitch. I would try to go for batter's chem on him. I assume you are looking for that, so I'll leave you to him. And then you have Matt Carpenter, 2016, who's out of the game, 70 base overall card, a very nice train, born to be a star with super sub prediction. Super sub, good to have on the bench, since it is only really useful off the bench. Then you have Brendan Donovan, 2022 here as a signature, 12 to the right side, great train as well. Slugger instinct, no legend skill here, but he's not going to really need one since he's not going to be pinch hitting. And then you have Tyler O'Neill, 2021 here. Tyler O'Neill, honestly, I think should have gotten a better overall for this season. He did have good fielding, he was a great hitter, but Compton kind of snuffed him on that for whatever reason. I don't know why. Barreled up spotlight, good skills to have on him as well. He has a diamond trainer also. I would honestly move this to one of the batters in the batting order instead of keeping it on a guy on a bench, on the bench like O'Neill. So that is just my personal advice and preference. Then a Wilson Contreras here, 2023 catcher card, 66 base. Honestly, I would prefer having McCarver in anyway, so keeping Contreras on the bench is best. And then bad ball hitter with batting machine and charisma, arguably better skills than McCarver, but the overall is not as good as McCarver, so I totally understand keeping on the bench. I would just try to look for batter's chem on Jim Rice ASAP to get that batter's chem bonus from the legend. Now moving on to pitchers here, and you know this pitching staff has to be good when you have Pedro and Jack Flaherty pitching 4th and 5th in the starting rotation. Just like ridiculous. Let's start off with Tudor here in the ace spot for the starting rotation. John Tudor, 1985. This is a great skill level set right here. Slow starter, boss, dom. I wouldn't go boss 5 simply because it gets nerfed and it's not going to have much of an impact if you have it at a lower level. I would reskill this. I would go for boss 8, dom 5. Actually, no, I would go for slow starter 5, boss 8, dom 7. Slow starter shorted at level 5 will work just as good, but you'll get more if you max out boss and you max out dom. That's what I've heard from other people. I've experimented with it. I feel that it personally works better that way. So if you're up for it, I would definitely do that. Looking at the train, 7 to stamina, really good there. And then you went higher to the right side than usual, but you still got the special training to go first to velocity and location, which is great. And the diamond trainer here is Bat Breaker, a good diamond trainer, and you get both of the position option bonuses for a starting pitcher as well as the sub option. So great John Tudor here. I would just level the skills here, max out boss and dom, and then short slow starter. Second in your rotation is a Dick Hughes, 1967. His normal vintage was one of my first ever cards that I pulled in the game when I first started in 2018, so he kind of brings back some sentimental memories. 6 to stamina on the train, 18 to velocity, and 12 to location, 11 to break as well. You took away from the base stat on stamina and improved velocity, which is great. And then looking at the skill set, Control Master, Touch, and Finesse. Actually, I do appreciate these levels here. Touch at level 4 is good. Touches, I kind of dislike touch, but it's a good third. I just haven't had good luck with it or good experience with it, but having it as a third at level 4 should do him justice. Control Master as well is amazing, and Finesse Pitcher at that. Special trainer here is Corner Work Master, a good and decent gold skill, so nothing really to critique about Dick Hughes there. Great second man in your rotation, skill levels are high, and train is nice. Next is Dizzy Dean, a team legend for you. Congrats on the team legend. I still have yet to pull one on any of my teams. He has Nasty Pitch as his special trainer, pretty good right there, and a 3-3-3 skill set as all legends come with co-op, dom, and untouchable. Now co-op is really good when it is accompanied by base stat increasers like dom, finesse, and ace. I'm pretty sure you know this. I would personally go and get rid of untouchable eventually if you can with a blue ticket. Look for ace or finesse pitcher, and ace, co-op, and finesse should do well together. And if any of you guys in the comment section or that are watching this know any better combination of skills with co-op, please leave it in the comment section as a suggestion. But personally, I would go co-op, dom, and try to go for ace. If not, settle for finesse. It should do just as well. Looking at the train, 5 to stamina, 18 to velocity, and 16 to location. You took away from stamina and went for more velocity since it is below 67 without the base stat adjust, which is really good. So no critiques here really, just that the skill on the skill set should be ace instead of touch or finesse instead of touch. Fourth in the rotation, Pedro 19, or this is the Supreme card. He has no year, so this is just a Pedro Martinez Supreme. Kind of makes me jealous. Wish I had this on my Red Sox team. Not in the game anymore, but that was my fault. Anyway, good job on the 30 out of 30 train here. You only got 10 to stamina, which is impressive for a level 30 train. I think in my mind, ideally 15 or less would be great. 10 or less is amazing. 22 to velocity and location, which is incredible. And then you went high to fastball and break as well, which you can do. You base stat adjusted for more velocity. Ridiculous velocity right there with Control Master, Finesse, and Mess. Endgame skill set. Really have no critiques on this card. Maybe just get a diamond special trainer on him and he's set to go. But the diamond trainer is really all that you can fix on this, and maybe getting a skill higher to make it a 3-3-3. But that can work later itself out later down the line. Makes me jealous that you have this Pedro Martinez great fourth starter. I honestly would bump him up in front of Dean or Hughes in your pitching rotation, but wonderful card right there. And finally, Jack Flaherty with his core player art. Beautiful card again. 20 out of 20. His train is 6 to stamina, 17 location, 13 to velocity, and 11 to break. You added 5 to the velocity and took away from stamina, and stamina is at 67 now. This was I assume you used the diamond base stat adjust ticket. Corner work master there for the gold trainer, and then slow starter, finesse pitcher, and ace. Since he only has, or let me rephrase that, since Jack Flaherty is the only pitcher that has the ace skill at the current moment, I honestly would short slow starter and max out ace at level 8 and take finesse to level 7, like I mentioned with, who was it? I think it was Hughes, or sorry, Dizzy, no, it was Tudor. Slow starter shorted at level 4 or 5 will still work well, and you can get more out of your gold skills if you max them out and short slow starter. So that'd just be my personal way of doing it. This should work great though. If you wanted to experiment, go ahead and do it. I just like having slow starter shorted if it is high enough levels, no lower than 332 or sorry 331, but slow starter level 4, finesse it at 7, and ace at level 8 I think would perform better. But great starting 5 right there. Really can't bash anything except a few of the skills and a little bit of the training here and there. Getting into the bullpen though, Giovanni Gallegos 2019 here, 9 to stamina, a little high for a relief pitcher, could go lower, so you could work on that in the future. 14 velocity, 13 location, and 11 to break though is nice. You have fireballer, mess, and ground baller. That ground baller there should have a decent effect with the high fielding you had. I saw in some of your infielders, so not a bad third skill. Clean up your mess level 8. Interesting to have that maxed out. I know mess is different than what it used to be, so let me know how this does. I'm not going to critique it. I think it would be better with last boss or something, but mess may do just fine. And then fireballer is a great skill to have on a relief pitcher. Jordan Hicks 18 is your second setup man here. 10 to stamina, which is a bit too high for my liking. I would personally go down on that. He has a 66 base overall. You took away from stamina and added to location, which is good since it was pretty low to start off. 15 to velocity, 14 location, and then 10 to break. Your special training on all these cards lines up really nicely. Gotta hand it to you. Bullpen day, put away pitch, and dom. Only thing on this card I would really just say is get rid of put away pitch unless you're playing PvP a lot, which not many people do. If you do, let me know. Nasty pitch is a good special trainer as well. Only critique with this card really is the train and then getting rid of put away pitch, looking for finesse pitcher, or actually looking for boss, and you could use pitching coordinator or crossfire too as a third skill. Those would I think would be better than put away pitch, and of course ideally last boss and a finesse pitcher like I mentioned would be endgame. And now getting into the middle relievers here, I skipped one. Jason Mott here, 2012, 7 to stamina train, 15 to break, which gets the first special training here. I assume then you have finesse on him. just to check, you don't. You have slow starter, boss, and mess. Not sure what the levels are on these. If these are high levels, this will be a good skill set, and boss, mess, slow starter should work fine. If not, I would look for a high level skill set. Zone control here, nice diamond trainer, gets the position option as well. With the train here, since he doesn't have finesse pitcher, or if you're going to work on the skills, I would personally retrain, and you know what to do. I'm not going to tell you what to do with the train, but I would not get break, even though break is super low, which is kind of tragic. It's probably not going to hit S tier. So unless, let me backtrack here. Sorry for critiquing so fast without thinking. If you don't hit S tier pitches without this train, definitely keep this train. I don't mean to say, I speak out of turn here, but if you don't hit S tier pitches, definitely keep this train. If you can though, without getting break 1, with 15 to break, try to get velocity 1, location 2, and break 3 with the special training. And then you can always throw on trainers. These trainers aren't break oriented as much, so I know that affects S tier pitches or pitch tier in general. You could just put trainers on him instead of training for break as the highest train stat out of all of them. So that's just my ideal of opinion, ideas and opinions given to you on that. Varys here, David Varys, 285 ERA. Why am I reading these stats? Crossfire with bullpen day. Setup man as well. He's in the middle relief, so this skill set should do okay. Let me know how Crossfire is. He doesn't seem like he's special trained to the max. He's still waiting to get that last level. Train is good. 7 to stamina, 15 location, 14 to velocity, and 13 to break. Good job getting more to break on the base stats. For whatever reason, Mott and him have low base break at lower than 65, which is not ideal, but you did a good job with the base stat adjust tickets. Bat breaker right there as well. Crossfire at level 7. Let me know how this does. I know it's kind of weird that it increases velocity and break, which are kind of contrary stats. Usually you don't want to train velocity and break or location and fastball together, but this skill calls for that. So let me know how he does. Bullpen day, Crossfire. Setup man's a decent silver skill for a middle reliever or a reliever in general. So let me know how this does. I'm curious to hear what you have on him, but that's a nice skill set. Kevin Segrist is your final middle reliever right here. 2 to velocity is ridiculously low. No idea how you got that, but since he's in the back end of the bullpen, not going to critique that much. Bullpen day finesse could definitely use a better skill set, but he's a middle reliever, so I can definitely understand why there wasn't much put into him. 2 to stamina is just hilarious to me though. And then finally, Daily 1985 is your pitcher's chem guy. Ideally, you don't want to Sig as a pitcher's chem guy, but if he's the only one you have, I understand. I do see that you have Suter as your closer. So personally, even though he has a put away pitch with bullpen day and boss, put away pitch is not a good third, I would look for pitcher's chem on Bruce Suter and put Daly in his place, and then find a better skill set on Daly down the line, or any of your other SIGs. Find a better closer skill set with bullpen day, elite closer, last boss, finesse pitcher dom, any of that. Even Crossfire or pitching coordinator could work well, but definitely you want to have elite closer on your closing pitcher. This Bruce Suter here has a good train, good special training, and base stats are great, but because the legend does get the extra bonus if you have chemistry on him, I would definitely look for pitcher's chem down the line, and then take one of your SIGs. Any of them would do just fine since they're all higher base overall. Maybe except Hicks since he's the lowest, but take out Suter from the closing pitcher role, put him in the P-chem role in long relief, and then use one of your middle relievers, setup men, and get a end game closer set on them. But that's going to do it overall for your team. A lot of beautiful cards, actually a lot of training work that I didn't know had to be done, and skill work that needed to be done. But hey, we're all looking for improvement. We're all looking to make our teams better. So I hope I helped. And thank you again, St. Louis Cardinals 1984, for letting me review your team. If any of you guys out there want your teams reviewed, feel free to join any of the memberships available down below. I am doing showcases for only members of this channel. You don't have to join, but if you do want your team showcase, that is a requirement of me showcasing your video, is that you do join membership. And if you do want to, like I said, they're down below next to the like button or next to the subscription button. But other than that, that's it for the showcasing. Let's now get into what we have for today's video. Level 1. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. 2018 Fireballs here, back with another MLB 9 Innings 25 video. On the Dodgers team for today's video, we are at 123.6 overall, by far my highest overall team, even higher than my Red Sox pay-to-play team, which is ridiculous. Just goes to show guys how good a Dodgers team can get if you put resources into it. And this is a free-to-play team, guys. I have not spent any money, and we have Team Sigs galore, Team Primes galore, almost a full Black Diamond rotation and batting order. We're getting there super close. Honestly, as a free-to-play team, I think we can get this team to 125 or even 130 in about less than a year. So let's see what we can do in today's video. We'll be opening up over 30 prime player packs yet again, but before we get into what we have for inventory, I just want to show you guys some slight changes that I made to the team. First off here, Jim Wynn, he was running a barrel it up and prediction skill set with hard hitter. I used green tickets and blue tickets, got spotlight and 5-tool instead. Now he doesn't hit the 5-tool player bonuses that he should with the train that he has, so I didn't want to retrain him for 5-tool, and honestly, he doesn't really match the 5-tool mold with the low speed that he has. So I went for hard hitter instead, maxed out that power. As you see, I took away from speed and went to 82 power on that base stat adjust ticket. So 5-tool should be a decent third skill with him, I'm hoping. And then spotlight, I was glad I rolled that. Spotlight always does well. It's an S tier skill, and I'm hoping he performs better. He was one of my worst performers in ranked, so I'm hoping he can do better with that skill set. Surprisingly enough, one of my best performers in ranked, under George Brett, who's my best performer. Trey Turner's my second best card. With spray hitter level 8, this actually works wonders, and I don't know what the threshold is for the bonuses or the the ability of the skill is, but his base contact, his normal lineup contact, add up to 141. So I'm assuming that does really well, because I can almost finish in gold 3 with this team. I'm so close. I finished once, and I barely missed this last week. I finished in silver 1. Did I say gold 1? I meant gold 3 if I said that wrong. But finished in silver 1, almost made it to gold 3. Pioneer barreled up those spray hitters, working wonders for me. And this leading hitter, Diamond Trainer, probably does a lot to help him out as well with the position options. So super pleased with Trey Turner so far. Mookie Betts does well. Gibson does okay. I could honestly work on Peterson a lot more. He's lacking a third skill, and his train and his base stats kind of don't balance out so well, and then his trainers going to fielding and speed don't help as well, but that's something we can work on later. Then looking at the rotation, it's pretty much the same. I do plan on eventually replacing Jansen here with the Sig Jansen that we pulled in our last video, but that'll have to wait. We will have 3 Sig packs in today's video, guys, as well, so special treat for you guys. We have 3 more signature player packs, and we'll be doing Sig combos, but much like our Astros video, there's 27 regular prime player packs, 3 league selective primes, multiple diamond prime player packs, and team selective prime player packs. We'll be opening up a majority of these. Eventually I'm going to open up all these diamond packs as well, which I've been saving up for ages at this point. Vintage player packs, but let's hop straight into our silver player packs like we always do. Funny enough, we have 2,222 premium player packs at the current moment. I got my first signature card from the signature path event going on right now. Let me know if you guys got a team sig from that or not. I'm going to see if I can pull one today. I do have my alt White Sox team that I don't make videos on. It is my personal team, and I will not be making videos on that, even though there may be requests. I need to have a personal team where I can open packs at free expense. That way I don't have to store up packs. It does take a lot trying to save packs, guys, and it's not easy to be patient. Just saying. All these packs here you see are saved up from years past. I'm not even kidding, years past. So having my White Sox free-to-play team on the side that I don't make videos on is kind of a release for me. I get to vent out my pack excitement, if I can express it in that way. Premium player packs here, nothing going so far, no special cards yet. Hopefully that means we'll get a lot of Dodgers vintages, sorry, not vintages, but primes. The only Dodgers prime that I don't have, I believe, is Corey Seager, and Julio Urias and other retired cards, of course, but I don't think I have Corey Seager, and he might be the only guy that I'm looking for. 8 vintage player packs here. Can we get a legend? Can we get a Dodgers legend? All right, we don't get a legend here. We get 2 golds, though. Let's see any Dodgers at all. And no Dodgers, but we get a Big Mac for the A's right there. 73 base. First time I've ever gotten Big Mac. Beautiful card. His Cardinals year is better than this, I'm pretty sure. But the hitting stats, regardless, are super beautiful. Super Just super. I can't describe it any other way. Then a Joe Torre 1966 right here, another one of the new vintages added into the game. And other than that, no Dodgers, nothing else really interesting. Let's do our team selective packs here, and let's see if we can get an orange glow or a purple glow. And if I can get Seager before the primes, that'd be funny. No purple glow. And we get a couple of Seagers. Maybe this is hint hint. I'll get Seager today. I have a high chance, honestly. Dodgers teams have the highest chance of pulling primes out of any team in the game. So if I don't get Seager, I'd be thoroughly shocked. Chris Taylor right there from 2023. Let's do the ultimate player packs now. We have 18 of these. Let's see. I'll get 1 diamond out of this first set of 10. Called it. Let's go. I was wrong the last time. Got it right this time. Let's see if it's a Dodger. It is an Oswald Peraza from the Yankees in 2023. Don't remember much of him being on that Yankees team. He didn't really do much anyway. Last set of 8 here, nothing and no diamonds, so I didn't guess. So no diamonds at all. Let's now do diamond player selective packs. We have 17 of them. Let's see if we can get Dodgers or if we can get primes. I am done with Mentor on this team as we get a Troll Chen right there. This card makes me laugh every time I see it because it's a pointless addition. It was a pointless addition to the game when he came in like 2019 or 2020 when they added him. He's a 56 base card. He got added for whatever reason. I think he might be in a different version or different game of Comtois that's a baseball game because it is a Korean based company and I believe Chen is Korean. That's just kind of interesting that, or just it's weird in general, put it bluntly, that they added him in the game and he really can't make a significant impact for any Dodgers teams unless you want to put him in there for jokes and laughs, as we pull a Tyler Anderson right there, which is nice. Let's go until we have 12 of these left. Next set, ooh, Sean Green 01. I've got a couple of his diamonds. I don't have his diamond prime. I've gotten his prime a lot, but I really hope I can get his diamond prime. Boom, Johnny Bench 1970 right there. That is a great Reds vintage. Should be a legend. Everybody's been saying that for the longest time, including Jay Fish. Johnny Bench should have been added as a legend. He was added as a vintage though, so can't change it. Maybe in the future they'll give him a historic card or a supreme card. All right, nothing out of this next diamond player selective pack. We'll take the Jorge Polanco since he's the best overall. And let's now get into team selected diamond player packs here. We have 6 of them, and then we're gonna pop open all these prime player packs. Can we get purple glow from this? All right, no purple glow. Let's see what diamonds we get. Not really probably going to help my team at all. Jansen 17 best year, Kershaw 17 one of his better years, Lux 22 now playing on the Reds, Anthony Banda from 2024, and then Kike from 17 and Bellinger from 21 right before he left for the Chicago Cubs. All right, now let's do this. We have prime player packs. Let's do the league selectives first, using all, going National League. Let me guess in the comment section, guys, how many Dodgers do you think I'm going to get? I'll say I get, not including the team selectives, by the way, out of these prime player packs, I'll say I get 3 Dodgers primes. I'm going to go for 3. Let me know your guys' guesses in the comment section down below. Let's open up the middle one. Let's go unconventional this time. We get a Kevin Gausman, 21 for the Giants, same division, wrong team. Just added to the game in the last update, or the spring update, I should say. Let's go right of Gausman. We get a Carlos Delgado, 2006. He was also added recently. Left of Gausman, we get a Brandon Webb. I just got him as a diamond on my Diamondbacks team, so not a troll right there. Super glad I got him, and that's a decent starting pitcher. Let's now do the regular prime player packs. Again, you won't see this that often, guys, and I hope I can get a diamond out of the next set of 10, but not often you see 10 purple glows simultaneously. Let's go top to bottom, left to right, all the way until the gold on the bottom right. First, we get a Sonny Gray 15. We pulled him in the Astros video where we opened up all of the prime player packs as well. That's a great 73 base starting pitcher. Next to Sonny Gray is DJ LeMahieu. We haven't pulled him yet in any of our prime pack openings. 68 base overall here. 2020 was his best year stat-wise, but it was a shortened season, so could debate it was his best season. I think 2019 was better than 2020 for him because he had a longer stretch. Next card is Carlos Santana from 2019. So we haven't duped the team yet. 69 base overall card right there. He's playing on the Guardians currently, so the renaissance of Carlos Santana continues in real life. Next to Santana, we finally duped a team. It's Carlos Rodon, 22, another great starting pitcher, 74 base, his only year with the Giants, and he made it count. Next to Rodon, we see a TJ Friedel. I feel like I've pulled this prime way too many times, more times than I probably should. He is still fairly new. He was added in 2024, but I feel like I pull him pretty often, more frequently than other primes. Next one on the bottom left, we get a Zach Gallen 22. I also have this prime on my Diamondbacks team, waiting for a grade increase. 74 base, amazing yet again. Hopefully I can get a grade increase for him as soon as possible. Then next to Gallen, we see a Mike Cameron from 2001. I could use this on my Mariners team. I think I actually might have gotten him from the prime draw event from the spring training event, but not a bad card at all. Good for 5 tool, I will say that, with lower I as his base lowest base stat. Next to Cameron, we get another Cleveland Guardian, Andres Jimenez, another new one. Believe we got him in the last Astros video as well. Great card right here, good shortstop, or sorry, and good second baseman, wrong position. Next to Jimenez, another Mariner, John Olerud. So I did pull him in the last time, and I could use him on my Mariners team. I hope I can get him on my Mariners team. Great first base card right there, although the Mariners do have a lot of first basemen, so no Dodgers yet. Final card, this gold on the right, Chris Sale 2014. I actually wouldn't need him on my White Sox team because I have a Chris Sale signature, but still a very good card. Let's do this, 17 more. Can we see a diamond out of this? All right, boom, there we go. First diamond out of 10. It is on the top left, and we have 3 golds mixed in. So let's do the opposite here. Let's go bottom right to top left. Our gold on the bottom right is a Vladimir Guerrero from 2000, 68 base. Haven't pulled this card as often, I don't think, so really cool there. A little bit lower on the base stats than you'd like, especially for an outfielder with that low fielding, but still good for hitting card, good for DH. Next to Vladdy is Herman Marquez, same division, wrong team, so still 0 Dodgers cards. Yeah, this is getting kind of scary, guys. If I don't get any Dodgers, this would be shocking. But this is a good Marquez right there. Marquez and John Gray, I believe, are some of the best starting pitchers for the Rockies. Gray doesn't have a prime, but Marquez does. And Rockies primes are really not the best, except Trevor Story and Marquez, but every other card is just a shame. Next to Marquez, we get Cedric Mullins 2021, 71 bases as well, and a great year for him, 30-30 season and 30 stolen bases, 30 home runs, 30 stolen bases, that is. Next to Mullins, come on, let's see a Dodger. Freddie Freeman, it's a current Dodger, but this is not his Dodgers card. 74 base. He doesn't have a Dodgers prime anyway, but his is his MVP year, 74 base overall. Like LeMahieu, shortened season, but amazing stats for that shortened season. Next to Freeman, we get a Hideki Okajima. I could use this on my Red Sox team. I would prefer the SIG, but the prime I could work into my bullpen eventually. Wish I had him on my Red Sox team. Next, on the top right, we get another 3rd Diamondback of the video. I could use this Diamondback, actually. One of the few that I don't have, JJ Puts from 2011 when they made the playoffs. I actually had a decent run in the playoffs up until the division series where they got walked off by the Brewers. Next, gold. 3rd Mariner, Richie Sexton. I actually have this prime already as well on my Mariners team. All right, come on, let's see a Dodger. Next one, Ranger, Joe Nathan. I have his SIG already. Come on, show me a Dodger. Just show me a Dodger, please. Oh my gosh, 4th Mariner, Kazuhiro Sasaki. I don't have him, and I would like him on my Mariners team. Okay, and the diamond on the left. Can it be a Dodger, please? It's a David Murphy. I got him as a diamond on our live stream that we did with ABT and Aces, so it's not a troll, but where are the Dodgers? I have not seen a single Dodgers card yet. Last 7. We have to get 3 out of 7, and I don't think that's happening. Let's do bottom middle first. We get a Sonny Gray. So second Sonny Gray. This one's for the Reds from 2019. He had a good year for them. I believe Sonny Gray has 3 primes in this game. I think he has one for the Twins, if I'm not mistaken, and he has the Reds and the A's. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure he has 3 primes in the game. Let's do a weird one. Let's go left middle. Randy Rosarena 23 was just added to the game. Good for Tampa Bay Rays. This is his best overall year, I'm pretty sure. Right to the Rosarena is a Wilson Contreras, and this is another new one from 2022. Okay, we gotta pull 3 Dodgers out of the last 4. If any of you guess 0 so far, you're on track for a perfect score. Left of a Rosarena, another Vlad, so we duped a prime. Same prime card from the last set. Right of Contreras, Trot Nixon 03. I don't know if I could use this on my Red Sox team. I probably wouldn't. It'd be a nice card to have, though. All right, so I'm already off on my prediction. Can we go 0 for 20 or 0 for 30 on all these prime player packs and not get a Dodgers card? Bottom right, Cincinnati Red again, Luis Castillo 19. And on the bottom left of Sonny Gray, Yankees Andrew Miller. Wow, we got 0 Dodgers out of 30 prime player packs. That is insane. And the odds should technically be 1 in 30 if it's even across all teams. But I know the Dodgers have more primes than any team in the game. That is crazy. Let's do the actually we have the 1 diamond prime player pack. So this is the last non-team selective prime player pack. Can this be a Dodger? Highly unlikely. It is an Andrew Benintendi, 2018, another Red Sox. Wow. All right, so we went 0 for 31. Congrats to you guys who guessed 0. If you did, shout out to you in the chat. All right, 4 team selectives. Can we see Corey Seager? Let's do the non-diamond team selective prime player packs. No diamonds out of these, and we get 2 silvers. Let's peek the base stats. This one's a relief pitcher. That looks like Gagne. Actually, no, that looks like Jansen. And then this one looks like Shelby Miller. If I had to guess, I think that's Shelby Miller or Hung-Chi Kuo. Let's open the one on the left first. It's Eric Gagne, okay. I thought it was Gagne, but I didn't think the velocity and the fastball were close enough. I was wrong. And then on the right, we get Shelby Miller. All right, I've gotten Shelby Miller already, so that's actually not really a good card, but we'll take it. It'll go into donation at the end of the year. Finally, team selective diamond prime player packs. Let's see Corey Seager. Honestly, I'd take Shelby Miller as a diamond too. He's the only other card that would be semi-useful. I'd replace him with Pedro Baez. Let's peek the base stats. Or actually, no, I won't peek the base stats. Let's just go into this unexpectedly. First card on the left. Let's see who we get. We have Kershaw 14. The millionth Kershaw I've pulled. And finally on the right, can it be Seager or Shelby Miller? No, we get Mookie Betts 23. Duped, so there's still a Dodgers card that I haven't gotten as a prime, and we'll look for him in the future. Wow, so we didn't get him. We still have SIG player packs, though. Let's do the one in the player recruitment store right here for 3,000 stars. And let's see if we can do our magic again and get a Dodger. Let's see who this is. We only get to open this once a month. We pull a Justin Morneau 14 for the Rockies. Same division, wrong team. And fun fact, this is the only first base SIG for the Rockies, and he was only added last year. So for the longest time, Rockies were without a first base SIG for a couple years. So Morneau 13, only a 68 base, not a great card, but a first base card nonetheless. All right, and finally we have 2 regular SIG player packs in our inventory. If we don't get a Dodger from this, we'll do some SIG combos. We don't get a diamond. Let's see who these are. Let's do the silver on the right first. We get a Houston Street 05 for the Athletics. Never noticed he had his tongue sticking out in this picture, which is kind of funny. Michael Jordan style right there. 67 base overall. Base stats are great, and nothing lower than 70, which is amazing. And then on the left, we have a gold. It is a Yankees Anthony Volpe from 2024. I don't know if this is his best year. I don't know if 23 is better, which is his rookie year, but I think this is a good card. Fielding could be, honestly, it's the hitting stats that could be better. But let's now do our SIG combos and see if we can get a Dodger from that. All right, we'll have 2 SIG combos if we don't get one from, or if we don't get a Dodger from the first combo. Let's do the Morneau, the Volpe, and the Street. 1,000 stars. Here goes nothing. 3, 2, 1. We get a Los Angeles card, but it is the wrong side of Los Angeles. It is Zach Neto from 2024 on the Los Angeles Angels. 68 base shortstop card. Good year for him. 23 home runs, 30 stolen bases, but wrong side of Los Angeles. All right, we got 2 Cardinals and Zach Neto from the Angels. Let's see if we can top this off with the Dodgers Team SIG. If this is a diamond, that would be amazing. I would jump for joy. Let's go 3, 2, 1. It's a diamond, but it's not a Dodger. It is a Brewers Marco Estrada from 2013. This is a 1-year card and a great starting pitcher for any Brewers team at 71 base. It is a top 10 starting pitcher, I believe, if not a top 15. So this is good for any Brewers team to have. Unfortunately, we could not get lucky today, and we kind of swung and missed on 30 plus team selective prime player packs. We couldn't get Corey Seager, and we couldn't get Shelby Miller as a diamond. Granted, I've gotten him out already as a gold. If I go by type here, you'll see that. I have him locked up as a gold here, and I'm looking forward to eventually getting him in to replace Baez, but only as a middle reliever, so it's not that urgent to get him into the lineup. But hopefully next time we can have better luck. I still have Jansen and Phillips waiting for grade increase tickets. I'm hoping my pick and streak luck can be better as well. And then for the batter side, I really don't have anybody to upgrade as far as signatures go or primes, so really just focused on the pitching side right now. I would like to get a Muncy Sig or actually I think Grandal's out of the game right now since he's in the minor league system for the Red Sox, so I do need a catcher card for the Dodgers, and I do need a better first baseman. I could put Piazza in for Grandal, but the skills, it's complicated. Anyways, that's going to be it for me today, guys. If you did enjoy this video, please leave a like down below, hit share, and subscribe. Feel free to check out the other MLB 9 Innings YouTubers in the description box down below. They make great MLB 9 Innings videos. I know you guys would enjoy their videos, and they would really appreciate your guys' support. Also, feel free to check out my social media platforms. I have Instagram, Reddit, and Discord. I post there frequently about MLB 9 Innings, and I would appreciate if you follow me on any of those. And with all that said and done, that's going to be it for me today. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. God bless you all. Jesus loves you guys. He died for your sins. If you repent and put your faith in him, he'll save you. And with all that being said and done, I'll catch you guys in the next video.